Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for June 26, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in the United States, veteran candidates are gaining attention in the upcoming elections. We explored how their unique experiences and perspectives could shape the political landscape and potentially make a difference in the outcome. Secondly, in Colombia, President-elect Abelardo de la Espriella has announced his pick for Interior Minister Rodrigo Lara. This appointment is seen as crucial in building bridges with centrist and right-wing factions, negotiating the new administration's legislative agenda, and pushing through key reforms amidst a challenging congressional landscape. Lastly, we delved into the significant shift in the Middle East's geopolitical dynamics, where regional powers such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Turkey, and Pakistan are taking the lead in managing local crises independently. This change may see the United States adopting a more nuanced role, focusing on providing critical support for regional stability without being directly embroiled in every conflict. These stories highlight the complex and evolving nature of global politics. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where tensions have escalated with neighboring Rwanda. The DRC has filed a case against Rwanda at the International Court of Justice, alleging breaches of international conventions, including genocide, racial discrimination, and torture. We urge all parties to prioritize diplomacy and dialogue in seeking a peaceful resolution to this long-standing conflict. In another critical development, we've been monitoring the situation with Iran's nuclear program. The International Atomic Energy Agency has emphasized the need for a strong verification system to ensure Iran's compliance with its obligations under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. We will continue to follow this story closely as it unfolds. Lastly, we reported on repairs completed at Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which were carried out under a temporary local ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia. While these efforts are crucial for maintaining nuclear safety, the situation remains complex and sensitive. These stories highlight the delicate balance between national interests and international obligations, particularly when it comes to global security, non-proliferation, and human rights. We'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis and updates on these critical issues. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we took a closer look at the current state of the cryptocurrency market, particularly Bitcoin. Despite facing significant headwinds, with prices hovering around $23,000, some experts believe there's still room for decline before an eventual recovery. The strength of the US dollar and potential rate hikes this year could further weigh on Bitcoin's performance. In our second story, we explored the speculation surrounding a potential shift in the Federal Reserve's transparency policies. A more secretive approach to decision-making could lead to greater market volatility, reduced confidence, and ultimately affect the broader economy. While proponents argue for more objective decisions, critics contend that transparency is essential for trust in financial institutions. Lastly, we touched on the implications of these developments for personal finance. With potential interest rate adjustments on the horizon, consumers and investors should remain informed and cautious. Considering debt consolidation, refinancing mortgages, or diversifying investments to include assets like gold could be prudent steps to safeguard financial health. That's a wrap for tonight's edition of the AI Daily Press. We'll continue to monitor these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First, we delved into the stunning image of the Milky Way's central zone captured by the Euclid spacecraft. This incredible snapshot has provided astronomers with a unique opportunity to study individual stars near the galactic center, paving the way for future surveys and potentially uncovering hidden planets. Next, we ventured into the realm of super puffy planets, thanks to NASA's TESSS spacecraft. The discovery of TOI-211b and TOI-211c, two Jupiter-sized planets with incredibly low mass, has left scientists eager to learn more about these cotton candy-like worlds. With their unusually long orbits and rare characteristics, these planets are offering valuable insights into the formation and evolution of planetary systems. Lastly, we recalled the breathtaking view of the Milky Way's galactic bulge as seen by the Euclid spacecraft. This remarkable image has not only showcased the beauty of our home galaxy, but also demonstrated the capabilities of modern telescopes in uncovering the secrets of the universe. As we continue to explore and understand the vast expanse of our cosmos, we are reminded of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty that surrounds us. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast as we embark on new journeys through the wonders of the universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First off, we have the Boston Red Sox taking down the New York Yankees in a thrilling matchup, with the Yankees' errors proving to be the decisive factor. The Red Sox emerged victorious, despite not scoring a single earned run, thanks to the Yankees' mishaps on the field. In other news, we're keeping an eye on the New England Patriots training camp, where battles for roster spots are heating up. Our analysts have identified key players and games that could determine the Patriots' playoff fate in 2024. We're also tracking national news, including Caleb Williams' growth, Marvin Harrison Jr.'s struggles, and the most interesting teams entering 2024 season. As I always say, tell it like it is. The Patriots have their work cut out for them this season, and while A.J. Brown's arrival is a boost to their offense, replicating last year's success will take more than just one player. It's about chemistry, strategy, and a little bit of luck. And finally, we're looking at Ohio State's commitment to investing in its facilities and programs, with the football facility upgrade set to commence soon. Buckeyes fans can look forward to an exciting future for their beloved team. The game may be over for tonight, but the conversation is just getting started. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. First, we took a journey to Nigeria, where a unique wedding tradition has brought a community together. Unfortunately, our initial story was replaced with a fascinating look at Apple's potential shift in chip development strategy, prioritizing AI-focused architecture over raw CPU performance. This change could significantly impact the future of computing, making devices smarter and more efficient. Next, we traveled to Toronto, where a small, maple leaf-shaped noisemaker has become an unlikely sensation during the World Cup. Made from recycled materials, this humble clapper has sparked national pride and excitement among Canadians, bringing fans together in a celebration of community and heritage. Lastly, our third story was replaced with another technological update, but in the spirit of our usual format, we would have explored more human interest stories or unique events that highlight the beauty of everyday life. However, tonight's focus on technology and community showcases how even the smallest innovations can have a profound impact on how we live, work, and come together. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan's Dreams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your girl Joan, and we've got the scoop on all the latest happenings in the world of entertainment. Let's dive right in. First up, Hailey Bieber's favorite face mask is flying off the shelves, and I am here for it. The CosRx Advanced Snail Mucin Glass Glow Hydrogel Mask is giving us all the glass-like skin we've been dreaming of, and with Prime Day ending soon, you'd be crazy not to snag a few while they're still on sale. Next, Ariana Grande is slaying the game as she celebrates another year of life and career milestones. Her stunning fashion choices have left us gagging, and her performances in Wicked are getting rave reviews. We can't wait to see what's next for this talented pop sensation. And finally, we're talking VidCon Honey. 4 YouTube pioneers were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and their speeches were all about community, taking risks, and making a difference. It was inspiring, it was nostalgic, and it was everything we needed to hear. Keep on glowing, keep on slaying, and keep on creating.
We'll catch you in the next one. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Adenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the devastating impact of climate change and human activities on shark and ray habitats in Asia. A recent study revealed that crucial habitats for these magnificent creatures remain largely unprotected, leaving them vulnerable to overfishing, bycatch, and habitat destruction. We urge policymakers and conservationists to take immediate action to establish and maintain effective marine protected areas. Secondly, we brought you live coverage from the 11th edition of the Our Ocean Conference in Mombasa, Kenya. The conference saw over 400 commitments made, totaling billions of dollars in funding, focusing on marine conservation, sustainable fishing practices, and climate resilience. However, concerns were raised about the declining pledged funds since 2019 and the absence of major coastal nations from discussions and commitments. Lastly, we explored the critical situation in Sri Lanka, where shark and ray biodiversity is under threat due to lack of comprehensive marine biodiversity data and inadequate protection of critical habitats. As a signatory to the UN Convention on Biological Diversity, Sri Lanka has committed to protecting 30% of its land and sea by 2030, but more needs to be done to achieve this goal. The common thread among these stories is the need for urgent action to protect our oceans and the creatures that call them home. We must hold leaders accountable for their promises and ensure that commitments translate into tangible actions. The fate of our oceans depends on it, and we must continue to work together to safeguard these vital ecosystems. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Adenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.